Boo! Hiya! Hello and welcome. My name is Crystal and I'm going to be guiding you through your routine today. Today we are focusing in on our hips, which is a place where a lot of us will store a lot of tension, and it can also cause a lot of problems in our knees and lower backs. So this is going to be an amazing video to really take care of those restricted hips. If you do have tight hips, so if you know like, oof, I'm someone who's got some tight ass hips, then you might need a block today, okay? If you're not sure and you notice as we start moving through some of these, you're like, oh my God, my hips are super tight, I didn't realize this. If you have a pillow or if you can grab some towels and stack them up, that's also another option for you. Other than that, you'll just need somewhere comfortable that you can kneel and lie on and your wonderful, lovely self. We're going to be starting in like a bear sit position. I'll show you that. So you're gonna bring your heels out wider than your hips, knees bent at about 90. Have your hands back behind you so that you feel nice and supported. So this should feel somewhat comfortable. Okay. If this feels really, really uncomfortable though, go grab yourself some towels or a pillow to sit on, okay, right away. What we're gonna do is we're gonna think about rotating from the hips, dropping the knees towards the left side, just noticing how that feels, bringing them over and dropping them over to the other side. Okay, we're gonna move nice and slow, and we're just gonna switch from side to side. You want to think about this rotation coming from the hip joint and not the knee. And if you find there's any unnecessary pressure or pain in the knees, just make any adjustments to take some of that pressure or pain off. So some adjustments that you can make is you can move your heels in a little bit, okay? Or you can move your feet a little bit closer together. But if you feel good, we're just gonna try to go into that 90-90 position. So what we're working on here is internal and external rotation of the hip, but we're also working on some flexion and extension and an active range of motion. So we're going to start by dropping the knees over to the left side. And I'm going to just lift my torso up. So my left leg, I'm just going to turn so you can see. My left leg is the lead leg, and my right is my trailing leg, or my back leg, okay? Now, not everyone's going to be able to sit in this 90-90 position. If you can, great. If you can't, just put your arm down like a little tripod. Turn your chest towards this leg. Think about lifting your belly button up and over your shin. We're gonna hinge forward. And we're gonna come back up and sit back into this hip. And we're gonna alternate back and forth. So we're gonna lift up, belly button goes up and over. We hinge, nice flat back. And then we're gonna come back, sit into this hip. You might feel a little bit of a crampy sensation. That's normal. Lift, belly button goes up and over, hinge. And switch. Inhale, lift, belly button goes up and over, hinge. And drop into this hip. So usually internal hip rotation is really tight for people. So this can feel like a bone twisting sensation. So if that's what you feel, I'm sorry, but you're doing it right. Shouldn't feel a lot of pressure in the knee. If you do, like I said, change the position here, okay? Inhale, hinge. We're gonna hold this and breathe. So as we hang out here, I want you to think about arching your lower back. So not being in this position, but arch and lengthen. Just notice what you feel there. we're gonna breathe into this. Okay. Just stay here. Keeping that nice flat back, keep arching the back. Okay. Keep looking to deepen the stretch. So on the next inhale, we're going to come up to a tall position, and then we're just gonna sit into this hip here. So if you can hang out here, cool. If you wanna go a little bit deeper, you're gonna just kind of sit into it and move more and more of your torso this way. That might be enough for most people. So I'm just gonna stop us there, right? We're just gonna hang out here and breathe. So like I said, this is gonna feel like a deep, deep tissue, a little bit bone twisty. Likely it's not gonna be comfortable. So find a position where you feel a little bit of the discomfort, but where you can breathe easy, okay? Okay, then we're gonna place our hands behind our back again. You're gonna lean back a little bit, and I'm just gonna get you to lift that knee and then drop it back down. Lift and drop. Good. Okay, so we're gonna go over to the other side. So now I'm gonna have my right leg as my front leg and my left leg as my trailing leg. So we start by alternating back and forth. So as we do this, we're gonna think about lifting our belly button up. I square my shoulders to this front leg. My belly button goes up and over, and I hinge with a flat back. Then I'm gonna come up, sit into this back leg, and inhale, belly button goes up and over, hinge, and sit back. And you might notice this side feels different than the other. Maybe it feels tighter or more bone twisty. Inhale, belly button goes up and over, we hinge. We just want to be curious and not judgmental. And switch back, drop into the hip. And it's okay to use your hands as a support system. It's okay to lean back too as you alternate from side to side. Okay, not everyone is going to look exactly like me, and that's never my expectation. And maybe you want to make your movement a little bit smaller than mine. That's okay too. Inhale, over to the other side. And we're going to hang out here and breathe. So we're going to hang out in this position for about 2 minutes. We want to think about, again, if I was to kind of round my lower back and then arch it, I can find a much deeper glute stretch. So give it a try. Do like kind of a cat-cow there. Find that stretch and then hang out there. Keep length to your spine. Okay, then we're going to inhale, come up. And we're going to sit into this guy. We're going to hang out here and let this stretch. So, I mean, this is a good time to contemplate life choices. You know, what brought you here? That's what I'm wondering right now. These deeper hip stretches, they can also bring up some emotion. So it's normal for things to come up as you release your hips. Again, we just want to be curious observers. Try to be as non-judgmental as possible. Again, the way that you deepen this is you bring your torso forward and you just keep twisting towards that leg. Okay, kind of meeting yourself wherever you're at, not forcing anything. We want to be gentle. Okay, we're going to place our hands back behind us. Lean your shoulders back. We're going to lift that knee up and drop it back down. Lift it up again and down. This might feel really uncomfortable, but it is good for you. Trying to get a little bit further each time. You might start to feel a bit of a stretch through the inner thighs, groin, adductors. That's okay. One more. And then we're going to go back to alternating side to side. And just notice how different this feels compared to when we started. I know mine feel way nicer. One more each side. Awesome. Okay guys, so that is your hip routine for today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.